Captain Edward Gant from Frederick Douglass High School Navy Junior JROTC, and I'd like to welcome you to this morning's 30th graduation of the Cadet Officer Leadership Program here in Prince George's County. This is our 30th year. I know some of... Try that one more time. There are some things that they've learned. They've learned a little bit of responsibility. They've learned a little bit of leadership. What I ask you to do is to make sure that that's not a skill that atrophies or disappears with time. If they are sharper than they will let on. This year we had a record high of 277 cadets here. Cadets and the cadet company. And you couldn't do that without a significant number of staff members, and I'd like to introduce some of those to you. We pick students to be in charge of their peers, and perhaps the most challenging type of supervision is where you lead people who think that they are equipped with the same capability as you are, your peer group, as opposed to being in charge of a group that is 20 years junior to you. The command staff was picked from the pool of cadets, and at this point I would like to introduce this year's commanding officer, Cadet Anna Conover from Oakland Mills High School.
Connell, yeah, come back.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Just wanted to say thank you all for coming out here. It's been a long week for us, and we're happy to have people understand and come out and support us. This has been one of the most stressful, intense, and demanding weeks of your child's life. They've been evaluated in every way imaginable and pushed to their absolute limits. And they've been challenged to behave in ways that teenagers don't usually behave. They've had to speak publicly and lead in the front when their first instinct is to be quiet and follow. They've had to listen carefully and pay attention when they would normally be chatting with their friends. They would be away from their precious cell phones and social media, and there was no junk food and plenty of water and exercise. In short, it was torture. But I'm sure that if you ask each cadet here how their experience was, they would tell you it was incredible, and maybe even they had some fun and learned some things. The kids that you dropped off here Monday are not here anymore. They've been pushed out and have trained to become the sharp, outstanding cadets that you see here, prepared for future challenges and more than ready to graduate today. The expectations were high, and each and every cadet here has met them. Every cadet here, both training instructors, operations staff, and cadet officer candidates, has grown immensely over the course of this camp and worked very hard to be able to present to you today themselves as how you see them now. Proud graduates of Cadet Officer Leadership Program 2013.
The students here were graded on all of the activities, from the physical activities all the way up to the academics. And at this point, I'd like to invite our command staff to present the students who received the highest grades in a variety of categories.
Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Reed. I was the command chief of the camp, so I was basically the voice of your students. Today, I'm going to introduce the most motivated and most improved. Cadets, if you hear your name, if you could please just step forward. Don't come up to the podium, but step forward from your flight to be recognized. And parents, I please ask that you hold your applause until the category is finished. Most motivated from COLP 2013. From Alpha Flight, Crawford Brianna. From Bravo Flight, Campbell Jamil. From Charlie Flight, Harrell Anthony. From Delta Flight, Don Anissa. From Echo Flight, Johnson Jared. From Foxtrot Flight, Baker Desmond. From ground flight, Brown Isaiah. From hotel flight, Mosley William. From India flight, White Nicholas. From Juliet flight, Clark Queendom. From Kilo flight, Ross Ray. From Lima flight, Raglan Marcus. From Mike flight, Miles Mark. From November flight, Jackson Marcus. From Oscar flight, Reader William. And from Papa side, Kasim Bashar. Cadets post. From Bravo. From Alpha Flight, McGill Atiba. From Bravo Flight, Moore Sheldon. From Charlie Flight, Shelly Troy. From Delta Flight, Shelton Martins. From Delta Flight, Echo Flight, From Echo Flight, Thompson Ryan. From Foxtrot Flight, Mason Jesse. From Golf Flight, Phoenix Kendrick. From Hotel Flight, Wills Tyler. From India Flight, Jackson Jasmine. From Juliet Flight, Huber Zachary. From Kilo Flight, Michael Curry. From Lima Flight, Diggy Natalia. From Mike Flight, Carol Tamika. From November Flight, Scriber Lauren. From Oscar Flight, Kim Deborah. And from Papa Flight, Hartman Kyle. And now the Ops Deputy will go over the next
calendar. I was the deputy officer for this encampment, and my job was just to basically make sure to help the officer get the ops staff and everything under control and completely good jobs. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. I was the deputy officer for this encampment, and my job was just to basically make sure that officer and the command staff and the ops staff get everything done that they needed. The next category that I'll be going over is Best in Drill. Miles Boyd from Alpha Flight, Jasmine C. Walker from Bravo Flight, Shane Banks from Charlie Flight, Jessica Shelton from Delta Flight, James Davis Jr. from Echo Flight, Deja Harris from Foxtrot Flight, Giselle Lemis from Golf Flight, Desiree Dale from Hotel Flight, Jared Sewicki from India Flight, Duvinson Edme from Juliet Flight, Danielle Days from Kilo Flight, Ryan Pendelenton from Lima Flight, excuse me for mispronouncing the name, Ismail Reyes from Mike Flight, Shane McPherson from November Flight, Lamar Berman from Oscar Flight, and Alexa Dunn from Papa Flight. The next category is Best in Speech. Okay. The next category is Best in Flight. The first name is Georgie Ramirez Reyes from Alpha Flight, Sarah Sava from Charlie Flight, Jasmine C. Walker from Bravo Flight, Kokuria Kohi Artenti, excuse me for the name, from Delta Flight, Sia Johnson from Echo Flight, Charles Dementis from Foxtrot Flight, William Diaz from Golf Flight, Desiree Dell from Hotel Flight, Trevius Graves from India Flight, David Gibbert from Juliet Flight, Danielle Diaz from Kilo Flight, Shakira Davis from Lima Flight, Amina Lee from Mike Flight, Hannah Lee from November Flight, Mercedes Francisca from Oscar Flight, excuse me for the mispronunciation, and Nicole Brody from Papa Flight. Next up is the OPSO of this department, OPSO Wallace.
Thank you, Deputy OPSO. The next category that we have is distinguished graduates. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Cadet Wallace. I am the Operations Officer for COLP 2013. My job is the schedule, so all the cadet officer candidates that you see out here, all the cadets, anything that goes on during the duration of this encampment, I'm to make sure that the TIs are staying on schedule, that the COCs and the cadets have something to do, that they are productive, make sure that they know the weather daily, to make sure that my ops staff, they are setting up all the stations so that we have something for our kids to do. So these distinguished graduates are the top 10% of COP 2013. From Alpha Flight, excuse me. From Dog Flight, Diaz William. From Charlie Flight, Salva Sarah. From Mike Flight, Lee Amina. From Hotel Flight, Dale Desiree. From Juliet Flight, Gilbert David. From Golf Flight, McVeigh Benjamin. From Golf Flight, Reyes Evelyn. From Echo Flight, Johnson Shay. From Kilo Flight, Diaz Danielle. From Kilo Flight, Butler Kyla. From Delta Flight, Aryidi Korkoy. From Bravo Flight, Walker Jasmine. From November Flight, Lee Hannah. From Mike Flight, Carol Tamika. From Charlie Flight, Harold Anthony. From Papa Flight, Bodie Nicole. From Delta Flight, Robinson Courtney. From Mike Flight, Moore Malaysia. From Hotel Flight, Scott Kayla. From India Flight, Graves Travius. From Alpha Flight, Ramirez Reyes Jorge. From Charlie Flight, Irhua Celeste. From Juliet Flight, Taylor Marion. From Foxtrot Flight, Demitatis Charles. From Alpha Flight, Russell Anthony. From Golf Flight, Lucas Malik. From Delta Flight, Shelton Jessica. And last but not least, Mike Flight, Reyes Ismail.
Another round of applause for the cadets who stand out. There's something about people who excel, and they excel no matter where you put them. Wherever they go, whatever the environment, whatever the challenge, they look around and are more effectively and better than everyone else around them. And those were the cadets whose names you just heard. Now I would like to introduce a gentleman who has been a public servant in the state of Maryland for 33 years. He is here today representing the county executive, Rushern Baker. Mr. Barry L. Stanton is the Deputy Chief of Administration for Public Safety.
What a beautiful day. You know, as I sit here and look at these kids, the one thing when they were marching in and the parents started clapping, and the one thing they said, they taught them how to make their bed. And the parents clapped. Now that's success, isn't it? You ought to give yourself a round of applause for that. The kids are learning to make their bed. You know, good morning and congratulations to all the graduates. Again, my name's Barry Stanton. I'm the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer of Public Safety for Prince George's County. I bring greetings on behalf of County Executive Rashawn Baker III. You know, when you start looking at a program such as this, you realize the importance of commitment, the importance of leadership, and the importance of respect. One thing I know today, that this would not have occurred without the support of our service members and our military people. And so today, let's give them a round of applause. Also, the support coming from the Prince George's County school system and all the support staff. When you talk about feeding young people, make sure they eat. Let's give them all a round of applause. Great job, everybody. Develop self-reliance, leadership, responsiveness to constituents through authority, to improve communication, both orally and written, appreciation of physical fitness. I appreciate that because I can't do much of that anymore. And understanding the role of the U.S. Armed Forces in support of our national objectives. And finally, to develop the knowledge of team building skills and basic military skills. You know, these are some of the same qualities and traits that we look for in our public safety officials in Prince George's County. Our police officers, our firefighters, our correctional officers, our deputy sheriffs, our dispatchers. These are the qualities we carry over to any profession that you choose and pursue in public safety. You know, this program is a great program because of each of you, military representatives, parents, the students themselves. Every one of you have made this program a success. So that is why the County Executive Baker and I both support programs such as this. So as I close today, I say thank you to the quality that we are bringing our youth today, to the leadership that we are giving our youth today, and also to the youth that graduated. I say congratulations. Again, thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Stanton. In Prince George's County, in the Prince George's County Public School Systems, the person who is responsible for all JROTC programs is the coordinator for Career Academy programs here in Prince George's County. And that person is Mr. Keith Hayes, and I would like to invite him up here just for a couple of minutes. If nothing else, recognize that he's the guy who pays the bill.
Good morning. I bring you greetings on behalf of our interim superintendent, Dr. Crawley, and the leadership and the executive staff of the Prince George's County Public Schools. COCs, are you motivated? All right. For those of you who came to orientation, did you follow my instructions? Did you go on a vacation? Yes, sir. Now I was amazed when I pulled up at 9 o'clock and see cars pulling in here at 9 o'clock when graduation started at 11. Which means you missed your loved one, or your students, your cadets.
Your baby.
We've enjoyed them, and on behalf of the staff, they say I'm the bill payer, cadets over the last week, we appreciate you giving us the opportunity to work with them. We hope that the product that you will now have in your possession in a few minutes is better, and the bond that they've made here with their other COCs and the TIs will continue. I always have to make this very important public service announcement. JROTC is an important program. And we've been under the gun many times in terms of funding, in terms of support from our leadership. I ask that you continue to support our program. I know you can't be at every event. I know you can't do everything, but please do your part to show that you Really want JROTC to stay in Prince George's County, and together we can continue this program for another 30 years. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And now, what you've really been waiting for is to see the cadets.
Yes.
And they're waiting to perform for you as well. So at this point, I would like to turn the program over to the command staff as we prepare for the parade.
At Laurel High School, we taught this parade yesterday in 2 hours. These kids are motivated. Go. Welcome to this year's COLP graduation parade for 2013.
Sound adjutants call. In place, sound off.
Please all rise for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem.
Colors, post.
Colors, post, march. Commander, report. Sir, TS Squadron, all present accounted for, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, Alpha and Bravo, present, all present and accounted for, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, Charlie and Delta, all present and accounted for, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, Echo Foxtrot, all present accounted for, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Golf and Hotel, all present accounted for, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Andy and Juliet, all present and accounted for, sir.
Sir, Kilo Lima, all present accounted for, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Mike and November, all present and accounted for, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Oscar and Papa, all present and accounted for, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, all present and accounted for.
Sir, COP, all present and accounted for, sir.
Publish the order.
Adjutant, publish the orders.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Attention to orders. Detail for today. Cadet Officer Leadership Program Graduation Parade. Officer of the Day, Cadet Major Conover. Uniform of the Day. Combination 3 with covers.